He is in prison right now. Not metaphorically, not serving a suspended sentence, not under house arrest with an ankle monitor. He is in a cell in a UK prison, convicted of some of the most brazen cybercrime this country has ever prosecuted. And he has a phone, a smuggled phone in his cell online. And the first thing he used it for, the very first thing, was to tell the world that the source code for GTA 6 is already out there, already in someone's hands. Arion Kurtaj, the teenager who hacked Rockstar Games using a hotel television. Who is Arion Kurtaj? Kurtaj grew up in Oxford, England. By his late teens, he had become what authorities would later describe as the central mastermind of a cybercrime group called Lapsus. When you look at what Lapsus actually did, that word mastermind starts to feel like an understatement. This group, many of them teenagers, breached some of the most powerful corporations on the planet. Uber, Ubisoft, Revolut, BT, Nvidia. These aren't small fish. These are billion-dollar fortresses with dedicated security teams, threat intelligence departments, and zero-day response protocols. Lapsus walked through their front doors like they weren't even there. But Kurtaj wasn't done, because the Rockstar breach, that one was personal, that one was his masterpiece. Here's where the story gets almost darkly comedic, except it's real, so it's actually just dark. At the time of the Rockstar hack, Kurtaj was already under investigation. He was on bail, awaiting sentencing for previous cyber attacks. And in an attempt to limit the damage he could do, authorities had confiscated his laptop. They took his laptop, so he used a hotel TV. With an Amazon Fire TV stick, his smartphone, and a hotel television screen, Kurtaj infiltrated Rockstar Games' internal Slack messaging system. Once inside, he didn't quietly extract files and disappear. He announced himself, posted in internal channels, threatened the company directly, told them they had 24 hours to contact him or he would release the source code. They didn't contact him, so he posted the clips. 90 videos, hours of raw, in development, GTA 6 footage, Vice City, character mechanics, early build jank. All of it out in the world. The gaming internet lost its mind, and Rockstar, for the first time in years, was completely exposed. The trial, the verdict, the twist. A verdict unlike any other now. Here's where Kurtaj's story veers into genuinely uncharted legal territory, because what happened at trial was something most people either don't know or completely misunderstood when it happened. Kurtaj was convicted by a British jury, hacking, fraud, extortion. The charges were serious and the evidence was overwhelming, but when it came time for sentencing, the judge made a decision that stopped the courtroom cold. He would not be going to a conventional prison. Doctors and psychiatric professionals who examined him concluded that due to his severe autism, he was unfit to stand trial in the traditional sense. The judge ordered him to be placed in a secure hospital, a facility that could provide the level of mental health care his condition required while still keeping him away from society. The internet had opinions about this, loud ones. Some said it was justice, some said it wasn't enough. Some questioned whether the diagnosis was being used as a shield. The debate was messy and it never really resolved, because these things rarely do when they sit at the intersection of crime, mental health and public fury. But here's the thing about Arion Kurtaj that nobody could quite predict. He wasn't going to disappear quietly. He was eventually transferred out of the secure hospital and into a conventional prison. And that's where we are now. That's where this story gets its newest, strangest chapter. The smuggled phone, behind bars, still online. Let's talk about what just happened, because this is the part of the story that sounds like fiction, but absolutely isn't. Arion Kurtaj, currently incarcerated in a UK prison, has reportedly smuggled a smartphone into his cell. Think about what that means for a second. The man who hacked Rockstar while on bail using a hotel TV because they took his laptop is now in prison and has a phone. The story broke when a set of leaked WhatsApp messages began circulating online, first surfaced by an account on X going by videotechuk_. In those messages, a figure identified as Kurtaj is chatting with a group, and the topic is GTA 6's source code. In the chats, Kurtaj reportedly expresses something close to surprise that the source code hasn't leaked yet. He says it's out there, that it's definitely somewhere. He calls the situation interesting and then almost theatrically says he won't comment further. Elsewhere in the messages, he appears to confirm he's in prison. He reportedly shared images taken from inside a prison cell, and in other threads there's discussion about someone unnamed who allegedly has the source code but has chosen not to release it. Let that sit for a moment. Not only has this man smuggled a phone into prison, not only is he back online, but he's doing it in a way that's designed to be found, designed to spread, designed to create maximum noise. Because if there's one thing Arion Kurtaj understands, it's how to make the internet pay attention. What would a source code leak actually mean? Let's say, hypothetically, that Kurtaj is telling the truth, that the GTA 6 source code is genuinely sitting somewhere in someone's hands, waiting. What would that actually mean for Rockstar, for the game, for you? A game's source code is the crown jewel of its development. It's not the final product, it's every decision, every mechanic, every system written out in human-readable instructions. It's the blueprint. The DNA. If the 2022 footage leak was embarrassing, a source code leak would be catastrophic. Think about what becomes possible the moment that code goes public. DRM protection gone. The moment bad actors have the source, they can reverse engineer copy protection. Piracy pipelines that normally take months to crack open could be torn open in days. The engine exposed. GTA 6's Rage engine represents years of proprietary development. Its rendering tech, physics systems, animation framework, all of it becomes visible. Competitors, cloners and asset thieves would have a field day. The release date in serious jeopardy. Rockstar would need to audit every system, patch vulnerabilities and in a worst case scenario, rebuild core components of a game that's reportedly already cost hundreds of millions of dollars to develop. And then there's the marketing problem. Reports suggest Rockstar has been building toward a major summer campaign, trailers, hype machines designed to send GTA 6 into the stratosphere before launch. A source code leak in the middle of that doesn't just damage the campaign, it detonates it. For a game already carrying the weight of the entire industry's expectations, another major security incident could be genuinely destabilizing. Rockstar has not commented publicly, which, in the language of corporate crisis management, tells you something. Should we believe him? Here's the honest question we need to sit with. Should we actually believe Arion Kurtaj? Because there are very good reasons to be sceptical. Kurtaj has a well-documented history of using information, real or manufactured, as leverage. His entire method during the Rockstar breach was escalation. Post a threat, give a deadline, make noise, demand a response. He understands that the threat of chaos can be just as powerful as chaos itself. The leaked WhatsApp messages could be fabricated, they could be orchestrated, they could be a calculated play to destabilise Rockstar from behind bars, to watch the internet catch fire and feel from inside a prison cell that the walls haven't clipped his wings. There's also the question of verification. We have no confirmed source for these messages. We don't know who else is in that group chat. We don't know if the images from inside a prison cell are genuine or lifted from somewhere else. The story has the structure of a manipulation, the drip feed of information, the provocative claim followed by "I won't say more," the social media amplification pipeline that turns a WhatsApp screenshot into a global gaming story in 12 hours. But here's the counter argument, and it's uncomfortable. Kurtaj has been right before. When he said he had access to Rockstar's systems, people didn't believe it until he posted the footage. When lapses claimed they were inside Nvidia, inside Ubisoft, inside Uber, the companies denied it right up until they couldn't. This is a person with a track record of knowing things he shouldn't, doing things that shouldn't be possible, and being underestimated at almost every turn. So when he says the GTA 6 source code is out there somewhere, even from a prison cell, even through a smuggled phone, you'd be a fool to simply dismiss it. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle. Maybe there's real intelligence behind his words and he's using it to perform. Maybe it's pure theatre. Maybe it's both. What's not in doubt is the performance itself. The man is in prison. He smuggled in a phone, and within days of getting online, he's generated global headlines about the most anticipated video game ever made. That is not an accident.